Hey, so today I'm going to be reviewing Aliens. Came out in 1986, but the version I'm going to be reviewing is the 1990 Special Edition, which has about 17 minutes of extra footage, a few more scenes, which is, really nice. Other director's cuts that come out have like 2 minutes of extra footage, and you're just like, what's the point? But no, I like the Special Edition more. Just ties the movie together a lot better, and it's just a better experience. It's the experience that James Cameron wanted to share. If you watch the special edition, he explains that uh, back in the day, it was like don't make movies too long, and they had to cut a whole bunch of stuff out. And his buddy said that he called all the extra stuff 40 miles of bad road, which he didn't agree. So I don't agree either. I think it makes the movie a much better experience. So let's get on with the review, and I'm going to include some clips, and hopefully this time YouTube doesn't decide to make me take it down with the copyright bullshit. Yeah.
Aliens takes place 57 years after the first movie. Ellen Ripley was in stasis for that long, and she was just drifting throughout space. And then she was awoke to a whole new world.
Fun fact about this scene is that Ripley had a daughter in Alien left on Earth. And so she's been gone 57 years, and she asks Burt to find out what she can, or he can. And he brings this picture back, and the picture obviously isn't her daughter like in real life, but they used a picture of her mother. That's why if you look at it, there's like a slight resemblance you can see in the jaw and stuff like that. I thought that was really a clever thing to do, is use an actual family member's picture.
Weyland-Yutani then asks Ellen Ripley why she blew up the Nostromo. She tells him about the encounter with the alien and how it was under company orders and how it destroyed her entire crew. They don't believe her, so of course they send someone out to the coordinates that she talked about in LV-426. And that's when all hell ends up breaking loose and the infection or the alien spreads.
Although the added scene of Newt and like what happened to her parents is nice, obviously if you've never seen the movie, then it doesn't really matter. Because in the original, when you've seen it, you're like, who's this girl? You know nothing about her or what happened. So there's somewhat of a mystery behind her and behind it. But I personally like the addition of seeing exactly, because it shows how everything went to shit. Like how the aliens, how they found them and stuff like that. So I mean, I really like it.
And of course, everything ends up going to shit on LV-426, and Weyland-Yutani is forced to investigate. So they and a group of Marines and Ellen Ripley, once convinced to go back to LV-426, head down there to go investigate, and hopefully it's not what she fears. But, she ends up going. I wouldn't freaking go. Fuck that.
Another fun fact about the scenes that you just saw, two facts. All the scenes of the Marines at the beginning of the movie were filmed last. Usually in movies they're filmed sequentially, but James Cameron decided to have the actors work together for months, and so that they could actually form a real bond like soldiers and Marines do in real life, so that they could show like authentic camaraderie, which is why it's so convincing. And the scene where Bishop is doing the knife trick, that's where I learned the knife game. I don't know about you guys, but that's where I learned how to do that. But he originally in the script was just supposed to do it himself as kind of like a wow factor. Bill Paxton had no idea that Lance Henriksen, who plays Bishop, said, I have an idea. How about I put my hand on top of Bill's and we do that. So when you first see him, like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, that's a thing, because the knife trick is something that Lance Henriksen could actually do. And it was a real knife because, realism. But yeah, so at first, when you first see Bill Paxton's face, like, what are you doing? That he's really surprised.
And being Marines, they obviously went in half-cocked, no offense, and they were not prepared for the situation that they were in. And so, they suffer heavy losses, and now they just have to try and survive for the remainder of the time that they're there.
Another little fun fact about that previous scene when Bill Paxton says, game over, man, that's it, game over. He actually improv that. A lot of his lines were like extremely improv. Like in the very beginning when he says like, we got nukes, we got knives, sharp sticks, that's improv, like improvised. He used a lot of that in here, and James Cameron loved it. And game over, man, that's it. Game over became like a huge popular line in that movie. And I know me and my friends and a lot of my family moviegoers, we use that a lot, especially in the military. We use that.
So they set up barricades, set up automated turrets, and do whatever they can to prepare to hunker down and prevent the aliens from coming in. But of course, the aliens find a way in and they're just completely screwed.
If you've noticed, the aliens in this movie aren't like inside the previous one. In the original Alien, he had a nice smooth head, there weren't ridges, and the teeth were human-like, and unlike in this one, they're all jagged. The reason for the change is because James Cameron wanted more of a ferocious type-looking alien, like a warrior type-looking alien, which in actual canon, I guess, in the alien world, like if you play any of the games, the one that's inside the Alien movie are known as drones, so just like little workers. And the ones inside aliens are warrior aliens. They actually gave a whole bunch of different names to different species of aliens. It broadens it out throughout the movies and games or whatever. But that's a little fun fact there.
One by one, the Marines are all but decimated, and it's up to...
One more quick fun fact before the end of this. One of the eggs that was used in Aliens was actually in the Smithsonian, which that goes to show you that, the movie made an impact on American pop culture, or literally cinematography in general. They changed the future of sci-fi movies. They set the standard. They raised the bar. You know what I mean? So I thought that was pretty cool. You can go ahead and Google it. Say Google Aliens egg Smithsonian, and it'll show a picture and what it was used in, and description of it, height and weight, like the height of it, the weight of it, what's it made out of, and all that stuff like that, which is pretty cool.
Ellen Ripley to save the day once again. And she comes face to face with the alien queen. Beautiful.
If you've seen Aliens before, you know how it ends. If you haven't seen it, you can probably guess how it ends. But regardless if you see it or not, the 1990 Special Edition is worth a watch. Whether it's your first time or your 100th time seeing the film Aliens. It's a great experience, a whole different experience, and you wouldn't be disappointed watching it. James Cameron did a fantastic job of creating a sequel to a sci-fi thriller classic. He took a thriller and he turned it into an action film, and he did a wonderful job. It's one of the greatest sci-fi action masterpieces of all time, right alongside T2, which coincidentally he did as well. He's a freaking genius. I give Aliens, whether it's a theatrical release or the special edition, a freaking 10 out of 10. It's perfect in almost every single way. There's not one thing I would change about it. And there's not too many goofs inside of it, like where they messed up in filming or whatever. Like, there's nothing I can point out. Either that or I'm blind to it because I'm biased to this film or all the films because I love Alien franchise. But if you liked this review and you stuck with me the whole time, please give it a like. If you want to know when I do more, please subscribe. Give the video a share. The next film that I'll be doing is Alien 3. And continuing on with the Alien franchise until I'm out of that. So until next time, have a good day.